Joel Embiid after scoring 70 points against the San Antonio Spurs.
I mean, it was great. Obviously, we'll, accomplish a lot of things, as far as, everything. I mean, the history of this league and basketball in general. So to be in the, same conversation, I mean, that's pretty cool. And then they gave me a stat that I was actually surprised that he's never done. So, but no, it was just a great night. And had it gone, I mentioned a few times, a lot of, teammates are extremely unselfish, and, they just kept giving me the ball, and I just finished it.
Joe, was there when you looked up and you go like, okay, I can actually get 70? Like, did you ever think about it during the game?
I mean, it was hard to say because I came out hot. I had 24 in the first, and then in the second I was kind of messing around, and then I had over 30 by half, and then had a pretty good start to the third quarter, and I mean, it was also depending on the game. At that point I had 59, and the game was still pretty close. So felt like I needed to go back, and then once I got back, I was like, yeah, there's my chance. So, might as well go and do it.
What were those 6 minutes like in the fourth quarter?
In the fourth quarter? Yeah. I mean, it was the only thing I told my teammates was, please, just don't force it. Let's just play basketball. If I'm open, pass it. If I'm not, make sure you make the right play. It's unfortunate Daniel House got booed for it. But, we were just trying to play the right way and, make the right plays. And but I think, obviously I made shots, and they found me a lot. So, yeah.
To follow up on that, on those 6 minutes, the crowd was very much into it at that time, too. They could sense that you were getting close. What was that like for you, taking that in, accomplishing that record with that energy in the building?
I was really just trying to close the game. Like I said, at that time, the game was still pretty close. We were only up like 11 or 12 or something like that, around that at that time. So, it was just about making sure you make shots, and because I felt like, once if I did focus too much on it, I could have missed, shots, or I could have been, turning it over and trying to force it. So I was just focused on, just closing the game out.
On the other side, how was the first matchup with Wembanyama?
Oh, he's great, man. He's got everything. Size, skill, got everything. There's nothing else to say. Bright future. He's already pretty good, but once it develops and his body also catches on, it's gonna be a lot of problems for a lot of guys in this league. But he's extremely talented.
He was talking about how performance inspiring a few minutes ago. Just to know that he and other guys that are coming up are inspired by you and what you're doing. I guess what does that mean to you?
What you mean?
When we called in his postgame, he said that your performance was inspiring for him to witness that and to be part of that. I guess to know that you're having that impact on the guys coming up, what is that mean?
It's great because, even though I started playing late, from the time I started playing, Kobe was my guy. He's the reason why I started playing basketball. And it's funny because on the same night we had 81, and that was my favorite player. So, when I started, that was the guys that I was looking up to, and they were doing all this. So, if he says it's inspiring, I hope in a couple of years, hopefully when I don't have to guard him and I'm out of the league, he's able to do the same thing and go out and break all these records and possibly break Wilt's record of 100 points.
Did he inspire you? You have a.
Joel Embiid after scoring 70 points against the San Antonio Spurs.
You and him tonight.
No, I wouldn't say that because just like I mentioned the other night, against Denver. It's not like I just woke up one day and I was like, okay, I gotta try to go out and dominate and have the best game of my career. I try to do it every single night on both ends of the floor. That's where the mindset, just trying to go out and dominate. I'm really just, pushing myself and challenging myself every single night. What else can I do? What else can I add to my game? Can I try something new to see if it works or if it doesn't? So, I'm just really challenging myself.
Joel, the conversation with Brett Brown after the game was a little more special for you to do it in front of him because of your relationship.
I'm glad I did it in front of him. Obviously I started with him. First coach stopped me a lot. Not just on the basketball side, off the court too. Maturing is a big part of it. It's always good to see him, especially on the sideline. He's done a lot for not just for me, but for the whole city of Philadelphia too. When you think about everything that happened and the losing seasons and, to still come out on top and, have the success that he had, that's pretty cool. It's always good, to see him but I'm kind of glad I did it in front of him so he can kind of see the product of, what he created.
So what does it feel like? We watch a lot of tape. We watch a ton of tape, so I know you've seen Wemby on tape, but how long does it take you to get used to the actual length and the actual size when you start playing against them?
When I do watch the games, I usually imagine myself, just playing against them, especially because I haven't played. If I haven't played against some guys, I thought obviously the length is extremely tall, but I wouldn't say it's easy, but I think I have a pretty good sense of how to attack, some guys. Depending on how they guard and if they're tall or if they're strong and all that, then I thought I just made a few shots tonight, but he's extremely long. I walked past him and I was like, I thought I was tall, and the dude was just towering over me. So we talked about it the other day. I don't know what he is. I just know that, he's an amazing basketball player and he has a bright future and he can, he's a future. He can do everything on the basketball floor.
He was talking about how when he was watching and contest you, and it was one of the first times he's seen somebody your size or bigger guarding you. And watching you, it seemed like you were maybe probing a little longer than normal on those mid-range jumpers. Did it take a minute to sort of adjust to that kind of length on you?
No, I thought, from the beginning I had a few hesitant jumpers. The rest was really on me. I don't know what I was doing, honestly. Half of the time, instead of just shooting the ball, I was just, taking my time and, wasting time when I could have just caught the ball and shot it. So I think that was more about me than his length. But I have a pretty good sense on how to use the hesitant to make sure that, whenever I shoot it, I either catch whoever is guarding me flat-footed so they don't have a chance to recover, or I just can't go, by them.
What did it feel like for you tonight? When you're on the court, did it feel like a different night when you're on the heat here like this?
No, to be honest, no, it didn't, because I felt like, when you take 40 shots, obviously you're supposed to have a big night. And I felt like I was actually mad at myself because I missed a lot of, easy shots that I've been making all season, a lot of easy pull, a lot of, pocket pass jumper that I missed. I had a bunch of layups that I tipped in, so that kind of, added to the amount of shots that I took. So I was kind of I was actually mad about, the easy ones that I was, missing at the time, but but when you're shooting, that many shots, which I never thought I would be taking as many shots in my life, you obviously you're going to make some and you're going to have a big night.
Well, tonight marks 6 wins in a row for you guys, and you have 6 players out, hurt, or sick. When you look at what this team has done over the last couple weeks, how special do you think it can be once you're at full force?
I mean, we got obviously the key is to stay healthy, but it doesn't stop. Next man up mentality, whether I'm out or whether other guys are out. So we we miss them a lot. You could see, sometimes, when those guys are out, you can see it a lot. So obviously we need everything we can get. We miss them. But that doesn't stop us for wanting to go out and win the game. But especially that's the mindset. Doesn't matter who's playing or not. You got to find ways to win.
Joel, as talked about tonight.
Joel Embiid after scoring 70 points against the San Antonio Spurs.
Years that two players did that on the same night in the NBA.
That was actually surprised he didn't beat me. I heard he had like 45 at halftime. So I was hoping that he would beat me, but he didn't. But it's great, especially because he's a big too. Obviously, he did it in a different way. I had 1-3, and he had 10 of them. So I mean, that's amazing as a big. To be able to make 10 threes. I dream I can do that, but I probably can't. Did it in different ways, but it's good to see bigs, just dominate.
Joel, as you've emerged as a perennial MVP candidate, your mid-range game has really taken off, especially this season in particular. What have you changed about your preparation, if anything at all, to allow you to take another leap in the mid-range?
I don't know. I think... I'm just taking whatever the defense is giving me, and I just try to prepare myself. Well, tonight I didn't prepare myself. I didn't warm up, but most of the time, I just like you said, I just watch a lot of film. Just try to see what defenses do, and what I'm mostly proud is I feel like double teams. I've gotten so much better at just handling them, and whether it's passing on or just attacking before the double comes. But that goes back to just I think it's mostly just film, because in the summertime I don't work out a lot. I just try to, make sure that my body's rested, and then, towards the beginning of the season, start doing a few stuff. But I think it's all about with, Drew, my trainer, just watching a ton of film, not just from big guys, but MJ, Kobe, and all those guys.